Hello! I have a vinyl finds video for you here. I just got back from a vinyl adventure. The first stop, it was my one intended stop, was the swap meet. I haven't been to the swap meet since I've been collecting vinyl. So I thought I'd go to the Van Buren Drive-In swap meet here in Riverside. And let me just tell you, it was a bust. In the whole swap meet, there was only one seller that had records, and she had about 12. My first complaint with this lady was, well, other than the small selection, was some of the records that I was interested in, she had put a price sticker directly on the record itself. And I was so upset. But I did find 3 that were actually in pretty good condition, at least the records themselves were. And so I asked how much they were, and she said $5 each. I was like, what? This is a swap meet, and these are records that no one else is gonna buy, and they're in the jackets were in pretty rough shape, and I guess she could tell by the expression on my face that I was not happy, and so she said 3 each. I was still thinking, you know, I was expecting to pay like 50 cents or $1 at the most. So when she said 3, I was like, yeah, forget it. Then I did a little walk around one little section of the swap meet there, and I came back to her and said, how about $2 each? Which is double what I had originally intended on paying. And she said, no, $3 each. So needless to say, I said, no thanks, and I put them back. And although in retrospect, one of them I probably should have got for $3 because it was Stevie Wonder. I'm kind of regretting putting that one back. The other ones, one was, I believe, Greg Allman from the Allman Brothers, but a solo album. And the other was this just weird looking one that it had mention of Creedence Clearwater Revival on it, but I don't think that's who it was. It was just like their name was like in the artwork somewhere, like in the background of this crazy room. Yeah, so that was a bust, basically. So I lost 50 cents. It cost 50 cents per person to get into the swap meet. Anyway, so I had to make up for, you know, a waste of time at the swap meet. So I went to my old standbys. First was Goodwill, and then the other one was Savers. Both of those I've had videos of finds there before. So these are from Goodwill, and I was pretty pleased with some of these. Yeah, I'll let you know that. Anyway, all right. The first one is a set of 2 78s, Manhattan Tower. So there's 8 songs. Playing back there. But it's, let's see, a musical narrative composed by Gordon Jenkins. And I love 78s, but they are pretty hard to find, especially ones that I'm actually interested in. So there's that. Then we have, this one I'm not really familiar with, but it's the best of Martin Denny. And on the back it kind of gives you, it suggests what kind of music it is, the best of Martin Denny. It says, herein lies your passport to the enchanting paradise of Exotica and Point South, as portrayed by Martin Denny. And it looks very rhythmic, which I like, so there's that one. This one, George Winston, Winter into Spring, solo piano. There's that. And this one, I have no idea what it is, but the artwork is just very intriguing. Oh, there's not too much on the back there, but yeah, but it's the Fire Sign Theater presents Waiting for the Electrician or Someone Like Him. And yeah, take a good look at this. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, and it's really weird. Especially this down here. He appears to be groping his fellow bandmate, or I assume it's music. I'm not entirely sure, actually. But the fact that it's called the Fire Sign Theater makes me think that it might be like a radio play or something. But anyway, that one I mostly got for the artwork. Then the big find at Goodwill was this. The Beatles, 1962 to 1966. As you see, it's in kind of rough shape, kind of bent. I'm hoping the records aren't unplayable. As far as the actual surface, they look great. I didn't check to see if they were warped, but there's ways you can fix warped records, so I've been researching that. Anyway, so there's that, and there's the gatefold. Yeah, so I was excited about this, especially since it was only $1.99, and it has songs like "Love Me Do," "Please Please Me," "A Hard Day's Night," 8 Days a Week, "Help," "Nowhere Man," "Michelle," "In My Life," Eleanor Rigby. Yeah, very excited. That's the big find from Goodwill. Now, these are from Savers, which is, I mentioned in a previous video, is a local super thrift store. It's huge, and they have a pretty good selection of vinyl. Most of it is in very, very rough shape, so you really have to dig through it and pray for the best. But, oh, hi. The first one is the Treasury of Great Operettas. I got this. It looks nice and old, and I got this not noticing that it was a Reader's Digest collection. Which, I mean, that's okay. It's all about the music, right? But anyway, there's probably not much value to it because it is Reader's Digest. But again, it's just about the music. So, and it has, let's see. There's probably 10 records in there plus a book. And you can see here some of the songs it has. Porgy and Bess. Let's see. Babes in Toyland. Yeah, you see. Yeah. So that's that one. And those aren't 78s, by the way. Those are 33 and a thirds. It's just a collectible. There we go. Trying to get things arranged here. Alright. Now, this one is Phil Driscoll, 10 years after. I saw the trumpet and I was like, okay, that's mine. I very briefly played the trumpet. Yeah. So Phil Driscoll, 10 years after. And we have Guy Lombardo and the Royal Canadians. The sweetest medleys this side of heaven. Nice. Featuring songs like My Blue Heaven. It almost looks like these are... Oh, they are medleys. That's what it said. It said the sweetest medleys this side of heaven. Yeah, so one of them, the medley contains 3 Coins in the Fountain, My Blue Heaven, Laura, Seems Like Old Times, and Over the Rainbow. I like medleys because, and my wife will tell you about this. Well, she won't, but I'll put the words in her mouth. I tend to whistle a lot, and when I'm whistling, I tend to just randomly do medleys. I make up my own medleys, apparently. And somehow in my mind I think it's the same song. But anyway, alright, so here we have another one. It's Henry Mancini, A Warm Shade of Ivory. Piano and orchestra and chorus of Henry Mancini. Featuring love theme from Romeo and Juliet. I love Henry Mancini. That's classic soundtrack music. Now this one's the cover's a little risque, but it is artwork, so you'll have to forgive me for that. Yes, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Scriabin. Yeah, Alexander Scriabin. 2 tone poems. That should be interesting. I'm not sure that I've heard a tone poem before. Then we have Wayne Newton, The Midnight Idol. What's that? We're over 11 minutes now. Alright. Johann Sebastian Bach, Toccaten und Fugen. Toccatas and Fugues. There's the fact, not much on there. Then we have Eddie Arnold, Echoes. Country music, country western, because it's old. The old school was country western. This one, I'm not sure what to expect, but I love the cover, and it's definitely, you know, a foreign album. I couldn't tell you from where. But it says music of the 30s. Jalousie. Probably Yalusi or something. Yehudi Menuhin and Stefan Grappelli. It's basically violins, so yeah. There's that one. And we have Tom Bozigian introduces dances of the Armenian people. I'm very big into international music, especially like folk music and that kind of thing. So I have high hopes for this one. And then we have the last one, and this jacket is in very, very rough shape. That's supposed to be the bottom there. But this is... The record was in pretty good shape though, so... Something old, new, borrowed, and blue by the new Glenn Miller Orchestra in Hi-Fi, conducted by Ray McKinley. So it's not Glenn Miller. It's not. Alright, well, that's it. And we're at 13 minutes now, and I hope you've stayed with me this long. And yeah, I will never go back to the swap meet. Unless I need clothes, because it was about 90%, well, about 85% clothes. Yeah. But for vinyl, no, never again. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching.